Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me again today, everyone. I'd like to wish you all happy holidays. Today we are back in the kitchen, just like I had mentioned last week. Back into the kitchen. Today we are making shortbreads. So it's a 3-ingredient recipe. I'd like to encourage you to hit the subscribe, hit the like at the end if you like it. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get started with the shortbread cookies. So, first of all, I'll tell you for the recipe what you're going to need. You're going to need 1 cup of butter, a half a cup of icing sugar, and 1.5 cups of flour. So what I've done to start out here, which is very important, you need to make sure your butter is room temperature, because in the beginning, well, in total, I should say, you're going to be blending for close to 10 minutes. And your final product at the very end of this mix has to be blended for 6 minutes straight. So here we go. This is our 1 cup of butter. I use real butter, not margarine. You need to have... Hello? Can you believe that? A telemarketer in the middle of filming. Anyway, so like I had mentioned, room temperature butter here, 1 cup, and make sure that this gets blended so it almost looks like whipped cream. There you go. There you have it. This is pretty much what you're looking for, just so it's nice and smooth and really creamy looking. So the next thing we're going to add is a half a cup. I've got a 1/4 cup here, so I'm going to add 2 of these of your icing sugar. And I take it from me, I would put your blender on low for sure, because if not, the white powder, the icing sugar is very light and fluffy. And start it off on slow. Because if not, your powder is just going to dust all around. There's a 1/4 cup. And another 1/4. That makes your half cup of icing sugar. There you go. That's pretty much how that should look. Just like I said, nice and creamy. Then we are going to add 1.5 cups of flour. What I like to do is add about a half a cup at a time. Let's get mixing. So this is 1 cup. I'm just going to add about half of this. And same goes for the flour there, folks. Make sure that you, I usually just give them on a little blend here and start it slow. And now your butter is really warm. It really doesn't take that long to, it doesn't take that long to blend because it's nice and warm, room temperature. And 1 more half cup. That's your ingredients, folks. That's how easy that is. So before you begin your 6 minutes of blending, it's blended pretty good here right now. So that's how it should look. So what I'm going to do right now, and what I've done previously for this recipe, I just take my phone, set my timer on 6 minutes, and honestly, you have to mix this for 6 minutes straight. Even though we just blended everything, so everything is nice and smooth, you need to blend this for 6 minutes. And when you bite into them after they're out of the oven, you'll see why. So really all you're really doing here is making the cookie batter very airy. So 6 minutes on the phone. 6 minutes on my timer here. 6 minutes. There we go. Time to blend. And at this stage, you can easily, what I like to do is put it on high speed for 6 minutes straight. So while I have you here, I would like to encourage you in the comment section to leave a comment if there's anything that you'd like me to do a video on. In the kitchen here, like I said, feel free to share your family recipes. I'm really love to try new recipes that are especially been in families for a long time. Family favorite recipes. Here we are, we've been 1 minute already. I'm not sure if you could see while I had the camera back a little further, but what I have here, while I'm still mixing, candy canes. Actually, I have two colors of candy canes. And I have these Hershey Kisses. So you can put on your shortbreads whatever you want. There's some people even actually use cherries for their shortbreads. All right, now I'm just going to scrape the side of the bowl here folks, with my, you don't need to get a spatula or anything like that. I just scrape the side of the bowl with my blender and back at it. We're almost halfway. Can you believe that? All you need is to stand around, have a chat, listen to tunes, and 6 minutes goes by fairly quick. But there is a few tricks, I guess I should say, to shortbreads. One being blending for 6 minutes, so your batter is very airy. The second one is a much lower heat than what you're used to baking normally your baked goods at. This gets baked at 275. And the other secret to shortbreads is real butter. So we're doing all that today. We're baking for 6 minutes. We're using real butter. And we're baking at 275. If you're like me, you have to switch up hands because this hand's getting a little tired. It's been about 4 minutes. There we go. It's looking really good, I have to say. I'll show you folks here in a second how it's looking, or how it should look near the end. I gotta say, to me it looks a lot like icing for a cake. Less than 2 minutes to go. Another scrape to the sides of the bowl with your mixer. There we go. And another minute and a half. And as I was saying, folks, the candy canes and the Hershey Kisses, with these cookies, what I'm going to put on them, and I've had them before and tried all of it, and other sprinkles, but I find for the best look and taste, the candy canes. The candy canes are great on them. I've had the cherries a good many times too, but I do like the candy canes, I gotta say. 1 more minute. There we go. One last scrape for the last 30 seconds blend. I gotta say, I rarely use a blender. So most people, I guess if you use a blender a lot, you could easily put this into a blender where it just does its own thing on its own and just keep scraping the sides. That would totally work. Let's do the countdown. Feel like it's New Year's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's my beeper. You know I did it. Folks, that's how it should look. So then what I like to do is make sure you spin all of your mixture off of your beaters here. And before you do what I'm about to do, like I just did, make sure you unplug your mixer before you stick your fingers or anything into this blender. There you go, folks. So the next thing we're going to take is 2 teaspoons and drop them by teaspoons onto our cookie sheet. And what I have done with mine, and I pretty much always use, is parchment paper on your sheet here. So we're going to drop these right on the cookie sheet, just like so. There you go, folks, just like that. So just keep pressing and dipping, right? Like so. One more. So we have 15 right here. We have about another 15 in this bowl right here. So the next thing we're going to do, as you can see right here, I have crushed up some candy canes. And like I said, these are delicious on them. So I'm going to do a half with the red and white. And like I said, you can use Hershey Kisses. These ones are peppermint. You can use all the full chocolate Hershey Kisses. You can put whatever you like on these. There you have it, folks. It's just as simple as that. I guess I wasn't quite ready. I should have had my oven preheated to 275, not 350. Don't forget that. So I'll be turning the oven on 275. Gotta say, with this recipe, not much cleanup time. I like that. Actually, I gotta say that these recipes really are a favorite. And the last of the Christmas crack was just finished 2 days ago. The snowballs are all gone as of yesterday. Speaking to my mom on the phone, she said, when you come down to visit at Christmas, can you bring some snowballs? So guess what I'm making tomorrow? More snowballs and more Christmas crack. Family favorite, just like I said. All right, so I've taken them out of the oven. They're on the cooling rack and they've cooled. So now we're just going to transfer them over to our plates. Today we have green, red, and white sprinkles, and we also have the red and white. But what I'm going to do, like I said, you can do pretty much anything with these that you want, but I suggest if you're going to add any kind of icing sugar or anything, do it the day of serving them, because realistically you can't put these in the freezer with the icing. There we go. I've got a few left in the center and I've added a little bit of icing sugar, and I just put on, I just add these Hershey Kisses. There you go, just like that. Melt in your mouth shortbreads. Check that out. Wow, I'm not kidding you. These are melt in your mouth. Delicious. There you go. So I'll leave you. Won't put that back on the tray. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you for joining me today. Happy holidays to everyone. I'll see you next week in the kitchen. Click that subscribe button. and the like if you liked it. So I'll see you in the next video. But actually, just before we go, I got one more thing to show you. Like I said before I go, I had to show you this. I am super proud of this artwork. I mentioned my daughter before to you in a video. This is her artwork. Absolutely amazing. Check those out. I'll leave a link and you can check out her artwork. She's on YouTube with Did. It's D-I-T-A dot or period D-I-D. Check her out. So this is her work, and yeah, I wanted to add this to the video. It's my girl. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.